Tech System Calibration. In this video, you will acquaint with a tool which helps you to automatically set parameters and check gas settings after installing autogas system into your car. Firstly, go to Calibration window. Press Start a calibration. You are seeing one more window now, which let you verify basic gas settings and also enable few more options. Check the rotational speed, RPM, and compare it to actual value regarding to set number of cylinders per coil. You will ensure stability of the rotational speed, RPM, by control level of rotational speed. Choose type of engine. Set a number of cylinders. Check whether detected injection type is correct. Here you can manually change type of injection. Generally, we leave on sequence type. Control algorithm we have set as TAC. Select type of fuel. Choose type of injectors installed in the car. Proper reading of gas temperature and pressure will be available after calibration process will be completed. Checking of gas settings. This is the automatic verification of set parameters. Connection test. You are using it to check sequence of connected cylinders. Attention! Process of calibration ensures correct operation of controller only for low rotational speed, and this option is disabled by default. All injectors together. This is an option to switch on injectors when we have engine called full group without control of manifold pressure. Select in case of engines without throttle. You can turn off additional options if you are sure that gas settings and car gas installation are correct. According to a window information, leave a car on low rotational speed. Indeed, turn off all electronic devices such as air conditioning, radio, etc. Press Start Calibration. At the moment, controller will adjust time of gas injection in such a way that times of petrol injection during working on gas will remain unchanged against to work on petrol. Process of calibration should be carried out only if the engine is hot. It is possible to start calibration when the temperature of engine reaches 50 degrees, but please remember that it's better when temperature is closer to 90 degrees. In the third step appears a calibration slider. In the situation when you can't continue calibration process, you will have an option to correct times of gas injection manually by calibration slider in such way that times of petrol injection during working on gas will be the same with time of petrol injection during working on petrol. Calibration slider is available only during process of calibration. Main area of window is intended to illustrate graphically scopes of actual indications of set gas calibration parameters. On the scope you can see a graph of rotational speed, oxygen sensor or airflow meter, which we connected instead of second oxygen sensor, and also times of petrol injection. At the bottom of window there are temperature indicator of calibration and pressure calibration. These parameters will be saved in software after calibration is finished. Then total status bar and status bar of each steps of calibration process. Here will be displayed real-time digital indications of each engine parameters and autogas installation. Injection times of petrol and gas, disable option for gas injectors. In the bottom right corner of window there is an image of petrol switch which looks the same as one installed in the car. You will be informed that calibration has been finished. On the screen will appear a window with a message about its result. Press Close button to finish calibration. Actually, we are on petrol. Time of petrol injection is 3,2 microseconds. Switch on gas. On the screen appear times of gas injection. Please check whether after switching to gas, times of petrol injection haven't changed. If they are the same, it means that calibration process is correct. During process of calibration, where rotational speed and engine load are stable, signal from flow meter is not changing. We will check what will occur if we will increase rotational speed. We see that airflow meters increases with rotational speed. It gives us an information about the correct installations of flow meter and its proper operation. We installed the airflow meter in order to show settings for Valvetronic system. How to connect autogas system with a different type of flow meters, please watch Tektronix application in vehicles with engines without a vacuum in the intake manifold. Slider is always located on 0 position, even calibration is finished. Times of petrol injection while working on petrol are the same as working on gas. If you switch system to gas, oxygen sensor is for a long time in upper position on diagram. It means that there is too much gas. But if you switch system to gas and oxygen sensor is for a long time in the lower position on diagram, then it means that gas mixture is weak. In that case, we have an option to manually adjust parameters of calibration by using a slider. As part of the test, we check what will happen if we make a rich mixture. Move slider upwards. You can see on diagram that oxygen sensor shows rich mixture. Injection times of petrol are becoming lower because petrol controller still want to keep stoichiometric mixture. As a result of this operation, petrol-air ratio becomes adequate and oxygen sensor is beginning once again to wave. We will check now what will happen if we leave gas settings unchanged and switch system to petrol. As we see, oxygen sensor shows for a long time lean mixture, and times of petrol injection are increasing. Such an information means that calibration of gas controller is not correct because during a process of switching over fuels, principle of wave fluctuation of oxygen sensor was not met. Oxygen sensor once again begins to wave on petrol. It means that petrol controller again set proper composition of mixture. Let's back to situation after auto calibration when calibration slider was on 0 position. Once again switch to gas. As we see, before and after of switching process, oxygen sensor is waving. Now we make a weak mixture. Move slider downwards. Oxygen sensor is decreasing 0. Times of petrol injections are increasing. We don't change any of gas settings and switch system to petrol. Oxygen sensor shows now rich mixture, and times of petrol injection are decreasing. Once again, principle of wave fluctuation of oxygen sensor was not met. Oxygen sensor begins to fluctuate after adjusting composition of mixture. Move slider to 0 position. Again, switch to gas. Before and after switching process, oxygen sensor is still waving. Auto gas installation is correctly calibrated if indication of oxygen sensor will fluctuate continuously on diagram even during switching over fuels and times of petrol injection on gas will be the same as times of petrol injection on petrol. As before, slider is located on 0 position, so again everything is working correctly. Thank you for your attention.